If you are not familiar with what a sous vide does, stay with me. There are a couple things you might not be aware of that a sous vide can actually do for you. So let's get started. So the Kitchen Boss is the one that we have, and we have had this for 6.5 years. So it has had lots of use. So let me give you just a little bit of background about what a sous vide actually does for you. So a sous vide is a slow cooker, but it's not like a crock pot. It cooks in water. So it's basically a heating element in this wand that attaches to a vessel. It doesn't have to be a vessel that you buy with it. It can attach to literally any vessel that, as long as it has a flat side. And so then you have a controller here that you control the temperature that you want that water to stay at. So the key is the water becomes the correct temperature, and then that temperature, it correlates with whatever meat you're putting in the sous vide. There are other things you can do in sous vides. I've seen like souffle, or not souffles because those get puffy. But there's some kind of a baking that you can do in a sous vide. I've never done it, but I know that you can do it. So there's two things that we use it for. One is you will never have a more juicy piece of chicken than pre-cooking it in a sous vide. You bring it up to temperature, like almost up to temperature, just a couple degrees below temperature of done. Take it out, olive oil, season, throw it on a really hot grill and just get the outside nice and crispy. Just hold in all that juice. And it is amazing. If you've ever been to Outback, you know that their chicken breasts are always juicy. How are they always juicy? Because they sous vide their chicken. So it is a little industry secret that people don't realize. The other thing it does that people sometimes don't know is, let's say you come home from work and you have forgotten to take out meat for dinner from the freezer. So the first thing you do, you put some hot water in here, throw your sous vide in here, set your temperature, and throw your frozen meat in your sous vide. Go get changed, take the dog out, feed the dog, come back, get the stuff out to make dinner. By that time, your meat's probably defrosted. I mean, obviously it's not going to do a huge piece, but if you have just ground beef or a couple chicken breasts, it'll defrost meat very quickly. So rather than put something in the microwave and have to put it on low and the edges get cooked and bleh, it's just gross. So this is a really great option. It's a nice thing to have for if you're barbecuing. Speaking of barbecuing, let me show you this. So this rack for sous vide goes down in the water, and these come off so you can put them as far apart as you like. But let's say you're going to do racks of ribs. So 1, 2, 3, 4 racks of ribs. You set it down in your water. And now let me preface. Your meat is in a plastic bag. You never put meat straight into the water. It always goes into a sealable bag, and that's how it goes in the water. So your ribs would stand in here in their bags and then go straight down in the water. You reach in, you grab the whole rack and pull your racks of ribs out. So it is just such a handy device. I think that if more people knew about sous vide, they would use it in their everyday life. I put pork chops in there. They were completely frozen. I cooked them in the sous vide for 1 hour, brought them to temp at 141. I am going to pull them out. They are completely cooked. I could eat them right now, but I'm going to season mine up, throw them on the grill, give them a little crust, and then they will make an amazing dinner. So I hope this was helpful if you don't know much about a sous vide, and I hope that you actually grab one and enjoy it, because there are many, many things you can do with it.